Hello, fellow graduates. My name is William Thompson, or as my friends call me, T. My name is William T. Thompson. My name is William T. Thompson, and I am the President and CEO of your Association of Graduates.
From the days of his youth in Orangeburg, South Carolina, William T. Thompson has lived out the core values of integrity first, service before self, and excellence in all we do. Those values he learned as a youngster were reinforced when he attended the United States Air Force Academy.
What really connects us and distinguishes us from every other university in the country is the focus we have on our core values. Tell you what, let's say them together. Integrity first, service before self, excellence in all we do. You see, our core values are our underpinning. They are our foundation. They are the things that separate us from others who accept being average and take us to a higher plane of living a life of exceptionalism.
During every step of his career, T would adhere to the values his parents, Willie and Pearl Thompson, and the Air Force instilled in him. Integrity, service, and excellence were of utmost importance.
You know, both his mom and dad were educators in South Carolina, and so he grew up with the understanding, the knowledge that was required. He knew how important education was. He also knew how important the academy education was. And so he's taken that and worked over the past, now 48 years, growing as a human being, he was always studying, always reading, always writing to make a difference for our graduates and the cadets.
T would become the first black man from South Carolina to attend the Air Force Academy. He would later serve his country as an Air Force pilot, then leave the Air Force to join the airlines. T also would complete his law degree and become an attorney, then later become an entrepreneur and business owner. Recently retired and having sold his business for a hefty profit, T was settling into semi-retirement in 2009 when the core value of service before self would tug at his soul. He would eventually accept a job offer, returning to the academy to become the AOG's top leader.
T actually called me before anybody ever saw him here, before he showed up for an interview. He had thrown his hat in the ring, and again, preparation. The question really turned out to be whether T was going to look for them, because he told them there were certain requirements that he had, and that if they did what he wanted, then he would take the job. Otherwise, he wouldn't. I've never seen that before, and it was amazing.
I mean, bottom line, when he first got here, I was scared to death, just like I think everybody else, about this new guy coming in.
The first thing, shortly after he started, he gave us like a 15-page synopsis of his leadership styles. So I wasn't sure, okay, what is this gonna look like? So I was a little nervous just because it was a big change from our previous CEO.
I was very impressed with the fact that he was up to date on what was going on in the environment, in the workplace, and knew about a lot of people in our organization, more importantly.
The first couple months were pretty intimidating, but after a while, 6, 7 years, then you get used to that. And then it turned out that he was a nice guy.
As time went on, I think it was actually helpful because we knew exactly how he worked best, how we could get what we wanted best from him because of that. And so it really worked out to our benefit.
T very quickly became a mentor in terms of how things are done around here. A counselor on things involving running a foundation.
It was refreshing because somebody is stepping into this organization to take us to newer heights. Something perhaps we haven't looked at before in terms of how the rest of the world works. And we're a nonprofit. How can he provide that kind of expertise, experience to the table and help us achieve great heights and mature and move forward and be more successful than we have.
Expecting to serve his alma mater in this capacity for 3 to 4 years, he would stay for 9, helping to heal a fractured graduate community, work more with the Academy leadership and USAFA Endowment, and strengthen the financial position of the AOG.
An emphasis on, I know we're a nonprofit, but you also have to be focused on being financially sound. So bringing that business focus, I think, was the turning point.
First of all, he's always a good listener. He wanted to have a good grasp of whatever the issue was that we were talking about or needed to be wary of. Thoughtful, was not bashful about thinking about the legal as well as the proper aspects of good relations between organizations and people. Always seemed to find the right path, always was well-founded in his thoughts.
There isn't a day that goes by that T. Thompson doesn't think or care about this organization, and more importantly, about this great institution.
If you were to ask T what set him on the path that he's gone on to do the different things he's done, he would tell you that it all started right here at the Air Force Academy. A place that at times might not have been welcoming to someone like T or myself, but embraced us wholeheartedly, and with that embrace, we as well embrace it, and I know that T embraces this institution with all of his heart and soul. And I think he put that into this institution and giving everything back in his time as CEO.
And he's done a wonderful, wonderful job of helping fellow graduates, but also helping the cadets here at the Air Force Academy. He gives speeches, he meets and mentors cadets many's a day. I've been walking by his office when I worked here, and he was there, and there was a cadet there, and he was mentoring the cadet, helping him on some personal or professional challenge. And he was always there for the people. He was always there for his classmates. He's always there for the Academy.
At the same time of being a strong advocate for the Academy, he is an outstanding advocate for the AOG and the marketing and the branding of that.
He's out in front all the time. The big thing he did here is build the brand. I mean, he made us recognizable. The cadets certainly know who T is.
How can we deal with them more? When he started bringing the cadets over, cadet, but also graduate. If we're going to do an event, if we're going to do a tailgate, a golf tournament, networking, it's got to be, what's it going to make it so that the graduate is going to get connected in the field?
His relationships, his commitments, his connections with graduates, with cadets, with parents, with friends of the Academy, and with the community is unparalleled. Those are the people. Those are our ambassadors. They're the ones that are telling the Air Force Academy story. And even more important, or equally important, they're telling the Long Blue Line story.
The graduate community, AOG employees, and the Academy leadership owe a debt of gratitude to T. Thompson for his hard work and vision over the past 9 years. His forward-thinking leadership has helped advance the mission of the AOG and improved graduate connections throughout the nation.
He is what he appears to be. He's competent and prepared, as I said, time and time again. He's got very good ideas. He always adds a little extra to the discussion.
I mean, honestly, if it hadn't been for T coming in and saying we're going to focus on these type of things and business, I wouldn't be where I am today. It's been a world of opportunities.
Each time I have an opportunity to sit down with T, or a phone conversation, or even a simple text message, I get all of those qualities within him. That uncle that you didn't have, or that father figure to be able to reach out to get some guidance, to maybe help you with a little course correction on where you're going at in life. And on a regular occurrence, he always exudes all of those different qualities.
He's a mover and shaker. He knows how to get things done. He has a background of knowledge that gives him guidance in his decision making. But when he makes a decision, and he knows it's right, he's going to be assertive about proceeding.
He had several roadblocks, different things he wanted to accomplish, but he always figured out the different angles to work it so that we could get AOG's mission front and center to the Academy. So I would say persistent is probably the best word for him.
For the first year or two, the thing was, hey, we need to build a nuclear weapon, and say, T, we don't know how to build a nuclear weapon, and he said, hey, Maud, how hard could it be? So it was, well, it's a frickin' nuclear weapon, But that didn't matter. It was just get the job done. So for about the first 2 years, it was always, how hard could it be?
What I call the wall. They get to the wall, the naysayers that say you can't do that, or for whatever reason it's against policy or procedures. T knows how to get over the wall. And he's a professional at it.
I always knew he wasn't going to be long-term. He was upfront with that. In fact, he stayed longer than we originally thought he would. I think that's just his nature. He wants to start something, get it going, leave it in a good spot, and then move on to another adventure.
It's unfortunate that he's stepping down right now, simply because there's a lot of change over at the academy now. We have a new superintendent, new commandant, new head of the library, on and on. And so it's just to add that one more piece of change to the equation.
To get that hard date and to know that after that, there's no way to tap somebody who's got 9 years of experience. That's a daunting thing to look at.
It's extremely heartfelt, and it'll be a huge loss. It'll be hard to replace. So I guess with that, I'm just going to have to make my plans to go and visit T at least once a quarter out in Atlanta, and I have a reason to come out and hang out with him.
Well, I'm losing a friend, I'm losing a good counselor, and I'm getting a new landlord.
It's hard to believe that somebody can step in and take over. But on the other hand, because I like him so much, personally, I want him to have a more enriching life if he needs it, and do other things that he's wanted to do in his life, like travel, write books, speak, because he's an inspiring speaker as well as a writer.
I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be back up here visiting, going to football games, or even down there in Atlanta going to football games. And so I just look forward that we'll all keep in touch with T as years go by, and that people remember him fondly for all the great things he's done for our school.
We bid T. Thompson a fond farewell and thank him for his service to the AOG and his fellow graduates.
These past 5 years have really been eye-opener. I've gone from, I want to say, being an employee to, again, one of the senior staff. It's a different world to be sitting in the office talking to him, and when he'll go into mentor mode, that's gold. My eyes have been opened to a world that I would have never expected. And if he had not come along, I would have never been exposed. I would have been in that same box for a long time. What he brought in terms of business acumen, and again, always asking for, hey, let's do this. My life's changed.
9 years is a long time, and I think he's done well, and I wish him well in his next endeavor.
Be safe, my friend. Do good, confront evil, and press on.
T, you're my friend. You taught me a lot. And I admire you and respect you greatly. There's one thing I ask of you. I want to ride in your Austin when I come out to visit you in Atlanta. Godspeed, my friend.
I'd say I'm going to miss you, T. You mean a lot, and I hope that the relationship continues, and I look forward to coming and hanging out with you in Atlanta. And I also look forward to that afternoon drive and that nice little hot rod you got in that garage, T.
Good luck at your next adventure. Enjoy Hotlanta, time with family, and being close to your mom, and wish you the best. And the next time we're in Atlanta for golf, I expect you to be there.
T, I just wish you the very best. Thank you for all you've done for our great school, for our great nation, and thanks for making a difference. You will be missed.
I have had the opportunity to jump out of airplanes. I've had the opportunity to fly in a sailplane. I've flown faster than the speed of sound. I've been the captain of a jumbo jet. I had the opportunity to go to grad school. I've become a lawyer, all because I went to school here at the Air Force Academy. So you're going to have tremendous opportunities in your life. But with those opportunities come responsibilities. You have a responsibility to be loyal to and support this institution. You have a responsibility to be loyal to and support your fellow classmates. You have a responsibility to be loyal to and support other members of the Long Blue Line.